What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today, there's been quite a lot of Gundam news. And honestly, I think calling it quite a lot of Gundam news might be quite a lot of an understatement. So I think it's about time we had a nice big update about the Gundam Card Game now, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And let's start off with the biggest but briefest news that we've had over the past couple of days, and that is a reveal of a new deck and a new expansion. We have confirmation that Booster Pack GD04 is going to be coming out on the 24th of April, and we have confirmation that Ultimate Deck ST09 Destiny Ignition is getting released on the 27th of March, again next year. We got March and April, an Ultimate Deck, and a Booster Pack set. Now, I'm going to be real with you. Booster Pack GD04, that's it. We have a release date. Also, mad respect to Gundam here. When I cover games like the One Piece card game, I always tell you guys, look, we've got this date from distributors, and it won't be real until it's officially announced on the social channels. Well, here, it's been announced on socials. It's September, but they've given us the date for April now. This makes life so much easier. I absolutely adore this. Shout out to the folks over on the Gundam team at Bandai. I hope we get here with other games like One Piece in the near future as well. But for now, this is looking lovely, ladies and gentlemen. This is looking absolutely lovely. But we do have a bit more information about Starter Deck 09. Not a huge amount, but we have a little bit. For instance, we have the release date like I've told you, and we've got news that Gundam Seed Destiny will be joining the game, which is cool. We don't have much other news. Well, no, that's not strictly true. We know a little bit. But Gundam Seed Destiny is coming out. That's kind of awesome. And look at the name, Destiny Ignition. Now, I've been very clear about this on this channel. I am not a big Gundam guy. My knowledge of Gundam as a property is not where I would like it to be. I'm working on it, don't worry. But if you are a Gundam guy and you see the name Destiny Ignition, that probably makes you think, I see what you're doing here. Gundam Seed Destiny, and it does say there on the Twitter handle here, Gundam Seed Destiny will be joining the Gundam Card Game roster. Cards from the series will be included, and we're not shown very much, but Force Impulse Gundam has been shown. But shown, like they've tended to do in the Gundam Card Game so far, they are willing to show us, hey, this series is coming, this Gundam is coming, but they show it to us in a heavily edited form. They've shown us a Force Impulse Gundam is coming, but by the same token, they've also taken away the cost and the level and the AP and the HP and all the skills and everything else. But they've shown us some cool artwork and showed us that it's coming. That alone is pretty cool. Perfect? No, absolutely not. Cool? Oh yeah. I mean, look, what would you rather? Just not know anything? Nah, mate. Give me that little bit of information. Show me that it's coming. We can get excited about this. And later, when you're ready, and you can give us more information, we will be here to learn all about it. And it will be lovely. Now, what is an ultimate deck, though? That's actually pretty important. Well, an ultimate deck is a pre-built 50-card deck, plus 20 additional cards for customization, and an exclusive original die. I love this. It's a starter deck, and the first 8 starter decks, from everything we've been told, are just ordinary, everyday, run-of-the-mill starter decks that look like every other starter deck. That's not a bad thing. We like the starter decks. But my point is, the ultimate deck, Gundam are turning around and going, look, the first 8 starter decks are cool. We can do better. It should still be playable out the box. That's the whole point of a starter deck. It should still be, well, it is still just a 50-card deck you can use. The big difference here is you get 20 extra cards for customization. Are we going to get multiple copies of the same cards? Probably. How good are the cards going to be? We don't know. But I kind of like the idea of having an event where we all see how we customize the deck and see who does it better. Hey, that's a nice segue into the Starter Deck 5 release event. There is going to be a worldwide release event to celebrate the release of Iron Bloom, which is Starter Deck 5. Now, Starter Deck 5 is due for release on the 26th of September, just in time for my birthday, yay. And starting on the 26th of September, that is release date, going on until the 10th of October, there is going to be a release event where you can get yourself a couple of promo cards. And once again, Bandai doing what they've been doing for a while, which as far as I'm concerned is the absolute optimal way to do promo cards. They're lovely alternate arts. I love this. This is exactly what it should be. So we've got an alternate art of With Iron and Blood. That is a level 2 1-cost command card. And as a main action, choose one of your units, deal 1 damage to it, and it gains free AP during this turn. So nice and simply, you're doing the whole, okay, so I take extra damage, not ideal, but then I kind of get a big boost this turn. Obviously, if you can, repair that damage, lovely. But if you can take 1 damage and then all of a sudden you've got enough AP to start taking out your opponent's peskier units, that does seem like kind of a fair trade. And you get a lovely version of this for turning up. It's not new, it's not mechanically unique, but it is new artwork, and that's rather lovely. Oh, I should mention, by the way, you get a second copy of the promos for winning. It's not said that the second version are winners promos or anything like that. All we're told is winners will receive an additional set. The other one you get here is also from Starter Deck 5, Gundam Barbatos second form, a level 4 2-cost, 2/4, and while this unit is damaged, it gains 2 AP. And at this stage, I'm assuming you've all gone, hang on a second, Wassy. What did you just say With Iron and Blood did? Because, yeah, now you're not getting plus 3 AP for the damage. You're actually getting plus 5 AP for the damage. So you take 1 damage, you get 5 more AP. And then, in theory, you can start really going after some much more powerful units than you would normally be able to go after. This seems, it's a pretty obvious combo, frankly. I don't think many people are going to be stunned to see this combo. It's pretty obvious, but it seems pretty powerful and pretty fun. So, yeah. There's a release event going on. There are promo cards. And it seems like they're going to be pretty gosh darn fun. And I've had the regular art on the screen with the promos the whole time. So, up to you here which one you think is the better of them. For me, I actually kind of like the release event version of the second form. But Iron and Blood, I think I prefer the Starter Deck version. There we go. But that is not the only stuff that has been going on in the Gundam card game lately, because Gundam G Generation Eternal is getting a collaboration pack. It is going to appear as additional participation prize at store tournaments, and there's going to be 5 EX bases that are available. Cool. Basically, you turn up to store tournaments, and you're going to get the stuff you were going to get anyway, but now in addition to that, you're also getting these EX bases, and they're all exactly the same. They are your ordinary, everyday, run-of-the-mill, generic EX bases. At the start of your game, you place an EX base, and it's got free health. But now we've got 5 different artworks from Gundam G Generation Eternal, and you can use them as your EX base. Or you can ignore them. It's a classic kind of thing like we keep saying Bandai love to do. They're cool. If you're a big fan of the property, you're going to love them. You can collect them, but you can also just ignore them. And if you ignore them, nothing bad is going to happen. You don't need them. Cool. Now, other stuff that you don't need but is incredibly cool, the official matte sleeves EX. Now, they are going to be available to purchase, but only at, and it's in bold, so I'm going to say it, regional championships venues. They are $9, 70 sleeves per pack. And essentially, we've got 4 different factions that you can be representing. Although apparently, the Pomeranians are a clan, Tekkadan is a faction, and Visit Foundation is a company, according to GundamGotFandom.com. So I don't know. Point is, we've got these 4 different sets of sleeves coming, and they're clean. These are nice sleeves. You've just got the logo and an appropriate color scheme. But you know what? I think that's pretty gosh darn cool. And then one just little finish up as we finish here, because I showed you the other day the Gundam Card Game Premium Accessory Set Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, and when I showed you the other day, I couldn't actually show you very much. Well, no, that's a lie. I showed you a bunch, but I couldn't show you everything. Well, wonderful news. I can now show you significantly more, because they've gone and shown us everything from the set. So now we can see, well, I mean, essentially all of the resource promos. I told you there were 10. The other day I was only able to show you 2. Now I can show you all of them. And it seems like we got nice pairs here. We got 5 Gundam and 5 pilots, all obviously from Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. That's kind of the point. And they're awesome. Again, it's one of those things where if you're a fan of Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, you're going to look at this and be like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen, I must have it. If you're a big Gundam card game nerd already, this is going to be something where it's the most premium thing they've released so far, so you know what, you must have it. Otherwise, eminently skippable. Oh, also playmat. And again, they didn't show us the playmat before, but they'd shown us 2 of the resources, so we kind of would have been able to figure out roughly what the playmat looked like, or at least the art they're using. So yeah, this is pretty cool, honestly. I like this. Now, in Europe, this hasn't been sold on Premium Bandai. There is another production run under consideration, so hopefully that one comes out before too long. But in Europe, we are expecting it to just turn up in shops, so I'm crossing my fingers that this does, because I'm going to be honest with you, if this turns up in shops, I think there is a very, 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 very high likelihood I'm going to be picking this one up. So there we go. We got a new starter deck, but it's better than they were before. We've got ourselves a new set, although we don't have as much information as we would like. And then we got a whole bunch of other promos and products and things to get a little bit excited about. But I've told you about all this now, so now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about all of this stuff. Tell me how hyped you are for everything that's coming. Tell me what you're playing in Gundam right now. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk about Gundam and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.